Hi everyone. In this video, first part I explain you how hydraulic cylinder is working, and in this part I'm going to explain you what is the most common issues, and sometimes you need to know that those some problem that they can repair or that they need to replace. So this is sometimes that people is struggling to understand that this part is possible to repair or possible to or need to replace. So that is my answer is that is depend what kind of issue you have. That is I will explain you that common issue and how you can prevent some of those issues that not damaging your steering cylinder. Here I have a 6-star steering cylinder that different sizes, and so in my first video if you not watch, I put the description, then the link below, then you can check also that video first. Then I will explain you first what happened. Then normally what happened, this kind of what is the common issues about this kind of steering cylinder. So first of all, you can see the main thing is oil leaking. So how this oil leaking is, what is the places that can happen the oil leaking? You can see here, over here, this is the cylinder cap. Sometimes you can see the oil is leaking from here. Then also sometimes you can see oil leaking from here. So if I show you by this sketch, so sometimes oil leaking from here, you can see here there's a nylon seal over here, and also they have one o-ring over here. So o-ring over here, that o-ring is prevent the cylinder oil not leaking from the cylinder cap. So from this o-ring, if that damage this o-ring, usually if you're going to over tightening this o-ring can damage, then you can see the oil leaking usually between here. So from here, if you see the oil leaking from here, which means one of this seal, there's normally two seal over here, so one of this seal may be damaged. So I will show you the actual seal, then I hope you can understand. So this is the cylinder cap I am removing. Okay, if you see, this is the my sketch should be like this. So you can see here there's a one black o-ring here. It's difficult to see, but you can see there's a rubber o-ring. Okay, now you can see this is the o-ring. If this o-ring is damaged, also possible to leak the oil from this cap from over here. And if you see the inside, you can see there's a two nylon seal. That nylon seal is the one to not leak the oil, sealing this piston and oil from inside. So that nylon seal is, if this nylon, one of this nylon seal is damaged, it is possible to leak oil from here. So if your steering system have oil leaking, that your steering is not working properly. The other thing is, sometimes you can see the oil is leaking from here. So because sometimes some engine, when you trim the engine, if you don't have lift jack, sometimes that when you trim the engine, sometimes this hose is touch with the boat transom body. So sometimes this one little bit bending, or pipe little bit bending, then what happened, the pipe is become cracked, cause this one here maybe sometimes damaged, so it will possible to leak the oil here. And the other thing is this bleeding nut. If you're going to over tight this bleeding nut here, there's a small o-ring also inside. So if you tight this one, if the bleeding nut o-ring is damaging, also is possible to leak the oil. So this one you can replace, there's no issue. Then you can buy this bleeding nut with the o-ring, then you can repair that one. If you have a damage this one, also you can remove this one, then you can also replace this one. And this one, if you have a damage this o-ring, so if you see the oil is leaking from here, definitely you need to remove this cap, then you need to replace these two seal. To replacing this seal, there's a special uh, small tool also to replace this seal. Then if you don't have, sometimes you need to buy also. To remove this cap also, you need some kind of like pin wrench like this. Then normally you can buy in normal hardware shop to remove this one. This is not much tight also. And sometimes if you are not removing long time, it's become too hard to remove. So other thing, why I going to explain you why this seal is possible damage, what is the possible cause to damage this seal. So the main thing is, if your boat is usually if you run the boat in the salt water, so once you bring the boat to the trailer, or you take the boat out from the seawater, then what happens, usually you need to rinse your steering system with the fresh water. So normally just think, you take the boat out, but your engine is steady like this, you not move the engine. What happens, you just rinse this steering cylinder, okay, that you are thinking is everything is okay. But what happens, so near this seal over here, what happens, there's still a little salty water inside over here, there's a little salty water. So what happened then, if you're not using the boat is long time again, so if I show you here now, okay, you can see this area, there's a little sea water is still stay, even you rinse by fresh water. What you need to do, so what happened, those salty, what it's starting to become rust, starting to build up oxide, then it's starting to eat this piston. So like that, what happened, if you see sometimes your piston is very closely, you can see this kind of small damage. This is because of most likely because of salty water. So if this one we usually don't see normally, because if you have to check closely. If you check closely, you can see this damage is already start, but luckily this one is still not big damage. To understand this one, you can use your nail, like a nail. If you like doing like this, just touch and move your finger like this, then if you see that your nail like stucking somewhere, I hope you understand what I'm going to meaning. Is see this one like just very rough. So if you feel your nail is become like this, which mean that if you feel too many damage like this, you have to replace this piston rod. So even you change your seal, next time you will again damage your seal, because this shaft already become rough, so because of that salty. So this shaft must be very smooth, otherwise this seal will be damaged, because if this shaft has some kind of crack or something, because of the salt start to eat this shaft. So what you need to do, how you prevent this one, when you take out the boat, when you just rinse the properly the steering cylinder, then what you need, you just move the engine, you just steer to both sides, steer this side, then wash again, then steer other side, turn the engine other side, turn the engine other side also, also wash the other side also, that you can prevent this kind of mark, because you need to move the engine from to the both side, then you just wash this shaft properly. So then you can prevent this kind of issue, especially your boat is running in the seawater. So that is the first thing. So you can see this kind of thing, this is maybe long time they keep like that, so still it's not too much damage, but it's start to damage. That is the main thing happen to your steering cylinder. Next thing is, if your boat is keep outside is long time with the sunlight, so this kind of heat and dust also can damage this this seal. So if like in the summer season, if your boat is in the outside, sometimes this seal is possible to damage. This is the second reason normally damage the seal. Okay, the thing is, sometimes also you can see if your cylinder is very old and you run normally in the seawater, that this cylinder here sometimes by salt it's start to damage there. If they have some hole or something like a leak, it's possible to leak the oil, so you have to replace your steel and cylinder. You can replace this seal if they have something issue, and you can replace this seal also if they have oil leaking from here, and you can replace this o-ring also if they have a leak. So okay, also you can repair, you can replace this kind of cap, and you can replace this piston rod also. Those parts you can buy, then those things you can, it's repairable. And if you have damaged the cylinder, normally you need to replace the whole unit. That's what I need to explain you from this video. And next time, as I told you, then if you run the boat in the seawater, especially in the seawater, you just move the engine. Even you take up to the lift, then you rinse by fresh water, then you move the engine, then again wash few times, then you are not able to see this kind of issue, and you can use your steel and cylinder long time is without any problem. Okay, that is the thing that I need to explain you. I hope you get an idea, and please subscribe my video, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.